What's up, everyone? We just want to say thank you for listening to the podcast and that this episode is sponsored by Straight Stoner, also known as the brand SS96. Shop today for t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. For listening today, you receive not 10, not 15, not 20, but 30% off. Yes, that's right, 30% off. Just use the code SWISHMASTERS today. Visit ss96.net and use the promo code SWISHMASTERS. You remember we were talking about top point guards, right?
Yeah. The key thing was like making sure to put them in different categories because the game is so evolved now.
Yeah.
The point guard's role is not like so set anymore.
Right.
So yeah.
So I think that we may have missed someone who arguably should be in the rankings.
I feel like we got everybody. Wait, you talking about current players or all time?
All time.
Oh, see, who is it?
William Anthony Parker Jr., the man known as Tony Parker.
Oh, I was like, what are we talking about? All right. Okay.
So,
okay.
Hear me out. You know how the Spurs have been a dynasty for most of our lives. Tim Duncan, another guy with 5 chips, multiple MVPs, final MVPs, multiple All-Stars, Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
He doesn't get a lot of consideration as, I won't say he doesn't get a lot of consideration. He's not a very popular player because of the style of basketball that San Antonio plays or played.
And the market San Antonio is too.
Right. They're not a popular team by any
And the
factor.
personality of the team, it's just,
fundamental, stick to basketball, no outside flashiness.
Yeah, to relate to football, similar to like the Patriots are with Bill Belichick for football people out there. But like, same thing, one team mindset.
Yeah.
No personalities really. It's just.
So when I got to thinking, I came across some Tony Parker highlights. I got to thinking about how impactful or how dominant he was during his career with the Spurs. So obviously we talk about Magic, we talk about Steph, we talk about Stockton, Chris Paul, but if I'm gonna read off some of the accolades of Tony Parker real quick. This guy has 4 NBA championships. He won Finals MVP, 6 NBA All-Stars, 3 All-NBA second teams, All-NBA third team. He's won FIBA Europe Player of the Year twice. Tony Parker, in his prime, was probably one of the fastest players that we watched. He revolutionized the floater.
Yeah.
He was a scoring machine.
Yeah.
Mid-range game, he had it all.
Real quick, his accolades. How many All-NBA selections he had?
He had 3 All-NBA second team and 1 All-NBA third team, so 4 total.
How many years he played in the league?
He played from 1999 to 2019.
About 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
4 times he's considered a top player in the league. 4 times.
4, yeah.
See how that, compared to everybody else? I don't think I missed him just based on that argument. But I get by the accolades though, you're right.
I'm saying top point guards though.
I get it, but I didn't know he won MVP like that. What year was that?
He won Finals MVP in 2007 against against Cleveland.
Yep, LeBron. Yep.
They swept him.
Yep. I was thinking about Cleveland. I was like, what? I was thinking about like Miami. I was like, huh?
I mean, he beat Miami too. So
yeah, He did.
Yeah.
They did as a team.
Yeah, they did. I bet.
Because, good point. It's a good argument. You can argue that he should be on.
I'm not saying top point guard of all
what,
time.
I said top what though?
Definitely, to me, could be top 10.
Careful. Okay, like I said. All right, that's fine. Top 10.
I'm still working on the top 5 because we're still having to like
careful.
categorize and define what is point guard, what is his role.
I can accept top 10 potentially.
Top 10 for sure. Like Tony.
First I was just saying top 5. I was like, I don't know about that one. Top 10. All right.
Top 5. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna retract any previous statements about my top 5 point guards, but I think Tony Parker can slide into the top 10 easily. 4 championships, and if you watch some of his highlights, the dude was dominant. He was.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Spin move, the floater, the crossover. He had the whole package, man. Mid-range game, passing,
passing was there. Yeah.
And he just
leadership too. He was a great leader. I would say this though. He definitely deserves to be in the room, when you consider all these. So yeah, he definitely deserves, and he doesn't get enough recognition, as you said. So shout out to Tony Parker.
Yeah, it's the San Antonio effect. They just don't have a popular fan base, but they play excellent basketball.
Even so, though, even with that, I would still consider, if we were talking about top power forwards, I would have mentioned Tim Duncan's name. You're talking about top point guards, I wouldn't mention Tony Parker until you said something. So it's also a different like legacy too. Tim Duncan just has a different.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Than Tony. So my defense, I'm not thinking of. So
I'm alright with that.
I mean, I'm alright with that. Top 10 potentially.
Yeah.
Bottom lower tier for me for sure. Maybe in there, maybe. You know how many point guards they had in this league? They're all time great, and the new ones coming up now. And some people consider James Harden the point guard now, so it's tough. It's tough. That's what I'm saying. We really got to redefine what does it mean to be a point guard in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, to me, when you say a guy like Harden, you think of, there have been many like situations. I actually came across another like thread, I think it was on Halftime, about different non-point guards that ended up playing point guard. You had Kobe playing point guard for a second, MJ back in the 80s for a short period of time, even Will Chamberlain. And do I think that they should be ranked as point guards if they played for a significant amount of the season? No. I look at it as
not one season. No.
I look at it as, when it comes to a James Harden situation, for example, James Harden obviously is a playmaker regardless of what position he plays, if he's starting at point guard or not. But to me, for most of his career, he's played shooting guard technically. So I would probably want to rank him more on that situation and just have him be one of those guys that were more hybrid. But I would, if I had to rank him all time, I would say he's going to be in the all-time shooting guard category. Just because.
I agree with that. I was talking about most people are considering him now be more of a point guard based on the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
So, and I get that, but I see you arguing. I always think of him as a 2 guard as well. So, yeah, I don't know. It's tough because, and then you think of guys who play the position, who play mostly off ball, like Steph. He's not. He's a point guard.
He's a point guard,
but he's not. He's on ball sometimes, but there's a lot of times he's off the ball to get his shots.
But
so
with Steph specifically, their system unique. Has him coming off the ball for his shot.
That's
and he
true.
Can still get his own shot with the ball.
He can. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't, but just that element to the game.
That's fair.
So it's so unique. It's so unique.
Yeah. And today's day and age is everyone plays everything. Like literally, you have bigs that shoot more threes than some guards. You have some guards that are more inside guys,
Rebound the ball.
bringing the ball up the floor. It can be anybody 1 through 5. It doesn't really matter, but it's kind of cool to see how the game is developed and changing, you know?
But is that a good thing overall? Because you're just going to start to get players that all have similar skill sets. That's what I'm thinking about down the line. Not right now, but down the line. Because right now you still have certain archetypes present, but the league's moving towards you got to do this and this to even make a spot.
Yeah.
So, because remember, we're in this league. We're in this league now post like the explosion of shooting.
Yeah.
So, I feel like it's changing. You don't see too many just interior, for example, than just the interior bigs. You know, or using as the interior anymore. So it's different. That's why I'm kind of glad the Bucks did what they did, because that shows the value in still going inside, still playing big.
Right.
So we'll see if the league will adjust to that. But ever since the Warriors won, it's been trying to adjust to that. Like you try to play 5 out, or at least 4 out, 1 in, or something like that. So it's something. We'll see how it goes though.
Yeah, I definitely think that can be detrimental when it comes to bigs having to do more guard-like things, having to take more jump shots and dribbling the ball. It's not wrong to develop that, because as a basketball player, you should have some sort of jump shot and be able to do some of this stuff. But I get what you're saying by it shouldn't be like dependent, and it shouldn't be the main thing. And it was good to see big Brook Lopez and Giannis going inside, and big man posting up more so than catch and shoot or pick and pop all the time. It's great to have that, but also you need balance, and that's what I think the Bucks showed us in this last championship, was balance between shooters and post players. Giannis going inside, Middleton shooting threes, Drew Holiday going in and out. So it was kind of cool. But the fall of the big man is just crazy.
It's definitely a story to keep watching.
Yeah.
Sure.
We went from like Shaq posting up, drop step dunking, to Marc Gasol shooting threes, and you're like 7 foot, 300 pounds.
Yeah, we're just getting into this league of where bigs are doing this. It wasn't like this, like a mid 2010s. It wasn't like that.
No.
It all happened after. I'm telling you, it all happened. Man, it's just the Warriors.
They tried to copy the success.
Try to copycat league. I get it.
I get it too.
I'm not saying change is bad, but I just want to see what the effects of that are going to be.
Yeah.
That's all.
True. I mean, like you said, it's good to develop and add new things to your game, but bigs do have value.